bike seat sniffer.
Yes, Nietzsche is a bike seat sniffer. Fuck's sake! Okay, we'll just roll with this. If anyone's watching on YouTube, just go with it. Just go with it. Welcome in to, probably youtube.com/Ice Cream Uploads, because everyone in Twitch knows who we are, and we've already been here a little bit already, and there's stuff going in the intros, but hey, welcome into twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads. My name is Graham Day. I'm joined by Bibby, and if you're watching this or listening to this on demand, you won't have just seen the newest addition to the ICU family. We've just had Milo the puppy on stream. If you missed it, do you know what? You can go check it back on the Twitch VODs. But for the next, I want to say hour, it's going to be about 45 minutes or so now, ish. We will take you through the biggest, the best, and the breaking stories from the world of video games. Strap yourselves in, grab yourself a drink, and make sure you enjoy. Babe, do you want to know what today's big stories are going to be?
Graham, I would absolutely love to hear what we have in store for the guys today.
Well, rumblings from a Twitch channel called Gaming Nacho would say that we are turning slowly into a Fortnite podcast.
I wish.
I
Do you realise how much money there would be in that?
I mean, I can neither confirm nor deny. I actually quite refute that. But anyway, let's talk about the news today. Today's lead story is that Fortnite can now be streamed free on Xbox through Xbox Cloud Gaming with no subscriptions needed. That means that for anyone that's ever wanted to play Fortnite on their iPhone, and used to do a million years ago, well, it was probably about a year ago, and then it was yeeted away from the iPhones. Well, it is back through Xbox. Sticking with Xbox, we will then jump into the Xbox Bethesda Showcase conference and how long that's going to be, what details we have on that. That conference will follow the Summer Game Fest conference, as we now have the date for that too. We'll go through that one. We'll talk about Genshin Impact smashing it. We'll talk about Activision Call of Duty Vanguard not quite smashing it. And then we'll wrap things up with a free Game Friday rundown. So if you're in the chat, stick around. Get yourself some freebies. Yeah. Should we talk news, babe?
Pardon?
Should we talk news?
Yeah, I had no idea what the first couple of words that you just smashed together were then. I just said bib at the end of it. Bib.
That was me just asking you a question, so I had enough time to sort out my Chrome sources, which I've done now, so we'll go straight into it.
Great style.
Loved it. Flawless. People can't even see the cracks. Not even. I mean, if they look closely, they might just be able to pick a little bit out. But you know. Chris Scullion at VGC has the headline story. It says Fortnite can now be streamed free on Xbox Cloud Gaming with no subscription needed. Xbox's first free-to-play cloud title can be played on iOS, Android, or PC. So Fortnite has become the first free-to-play title available on Xbox Cloud Gaming. Players can stream the game on a phone, tablet, or PC without having to subscribe to Xbox Gold or Xbox Game Pass. Xbox Gold? Is that what it's called then? Did they get rid of the live from it? Interesting. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. This also gives players another way to play the game on iPhone or iPad, despite the fact that it was removed from the Apple App Store. Is it 2020? Sheesh, I said about 12 months ago. Longer than I thought. So in a new post on the official Xbox Wire blog, Xbox Cloud Gaming Vice President and Head of Product Catherine Gluckstein called the addition of Fortnite a key milestone. Quote, today we reach another key milestone as we expand our business model to make cloud available to more people in even more ways, going beyond Xbox Game Pass to provide our first free-to-play title, Gluckstein added. In partnership with Epic, Fortnite is available via Xbox Cloud Gaming, so fans can play on an iOS device, Android phone, or tablet, or Windows PC through web browser. Quote, this is just the beginning for us. We're going to learn, implement feedback, and in time, look to bring even more free-to-play titles to players through the cloud. We'll leave it there. We don't need to go through any more. That's a good wrap-up point. So Fortnite is, well, it's already free-to-play, but now it's free-to-play on the move and back on iPhones as a result. What are your thoughts, Pip?
You see, I would still have my go-to portable device as my Nintendo Switch for this. And I'll tell you why, Graham. Because every single time I try and use anything on xCloud or the cloud gaming service on your phone, whatever it's called, it just doesn't work for me. It's just not fast enough. It just lags like hell. Whereas when I tether my phone to my Nintendo Switch and play Fortnite, it still runs perfectly as if I'm playing at home. I don't know what it is. I've just tried it on 2 different phones. I've tried it on my tablet. I just can't get it to be as smooth as possible. So for me, I still think the better way for me to be able to play Fortnite on the go is definitely still via my Nintendo Switch. But for those guys that seem to be able to play xCloud wherever, whenever using a controller, this is massive news. I think this is a massive dub. Again, Fortnite is still going strong. Is it 2017 it came out and it's now 2022, 5 years in the making, and it's still going strong. Like it's unbelievable. They're still making it relevant. They're still making it a worthwhile play. The battle passes is still some of the best stuff that you can get in any kind of battle royale game. Like it just constantly evolving. The wheel keeps on turning. The thing is, it was always seen as a child's game, which I can understand because of the graphic style and stuff like that. If you've not played it, you probably would think it's a little bit lame. I know there has been a lot of converts over the last couple of months with the no build mode, and people are thinking, do you know what? I don't have to be the fastest builder now. I just have to be really good with the gun, which is great for someone like me who's shit at building. But 5 years is a long time. So if you was a 10-year-old and now you're 15, you might want to move into something like Call of Duty. If you wasn't already playing that, you probably shouldn't be doing, because you know it's an 18. But everybody does it. Everyone still plays Grand Theft Auto. Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't mean everyone. Literally just stays to the age range. 100%.
I think this is one of them games that it just doesn't seem to be phasing out whichever age you are. You may get tedious of it, you may get bored of it because you've been playing it for so long, but I still think it always gives you something to go back to. Like, you've come back 2 years after the fact to play some Star Wars in there. Like, you might have phased out of it, you've gone back to PUBG because that's your go-to battle royale game. People might go back to playing Apex Legends. They might start to play something new because the Vampire, the Blood Hunt, that's a decent enough game. People are enjoying playing that at the moment. So there's always other things out there, but
yeah,
people see it still. Can you hear that? It's still going. It's still going.
I could just hear Baby's normal voice. I don't know.
Pat.
Grunt.
But yeah, people just slip back into playing Fortnite again because it just constantly evolves. We've seen things like PUBG. Unfortunately, their battle pass just doesn't bring people back, and they're putting skins in the store that people just think it's definitely aimed at other people and not me. But like we've had the Star Wars stuff more recently, and the Scarlet Witch is back in there again, obviously because of the Doctor Strange stuff, which is available in the battle pass. Like, yeah, I can go on praising Fortnite because they don't see everything that they seem to put out there. It just always seems to be a hit rather than a miss. They have so little failures in terms of what they're trying to deliver to people. I think it still is the bar when it comes to battle royale, and they will be clamoring to try and get this on as many devices as possible, which is great. I'm a massive fan of that.
It's dubs all round because Fortnite are going, okay, we get back on iOS, so fuck you, Apple. Let's just we're not on your what now? What? Okay. So there's a little bit of that. Plus, they open up the mobile market again, which we know is huge. But opening up the iOS market so that people can play the games through there. And then people can still activate purchases. Obviously, it goes through the Xbox system rather than straight through the phone. I don't know how people can purchase. I don't know what that works. But basically, you give people incentive to buy things on your devices. Again, add some V-Bucks and go that way. Job's good and nice. Which is extra revenue. So not only have they stuck one finger up at the opposition, they're earning money in doing that, but also Xbox are going, okay, we have another reason for people to play on Xbox. All iPhone users, that's a massive market, now are Xbox customers, potentially. You don't even need to pay for Xbox Live or Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. It's free to play. Just make your Xbox account and play. And then when you're in there and you're having fun and you've seen all these other games, maybe you'll think, oh, actually, maybe I will get Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. And that's it. Winner, winner. Fortnite dinner. Job's a good one. So,
yeah, job done.
So it's, for everyone involved, absolute wins. Xbox are unlocking even more markets. Another great strategic move for Xbox there. Fortnite are unlocking a market that has been shut off to them, which is dubs all around. Yeah. Timeless says, since No Build came in, I've played some Fortnite and had a lot of fun. Can't play it for long periods, but a few games here and there is a refreshing change. Oh, you didn't? I can figure it out, Thomas. You don't need to type again. Most of the time, I can figure it out. It's when you're watching streams, you're either multitasking or you're typing on a phone. Typing on a phone is the worst because your phone goes, "I know what you mean." It's like you never know what I mean. So I mean, just ask Bobby over there, which is exclamation mark. Oh, I'm in the wrong place. Exclamation mark Bobby. Feck off, autocorrect. I meant to type Bibby, not Bobby. There you go, Job's good. So yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I don't necessarily. Fortnite is a good change of pace, but whereas it's just a game here and there, for me, it's not so much that. It's a change of pace where I think, okay, I want a few hours in a few consecutive days, maybe a week or two, playing it quite heavily. That's the Fortnite is a good where I have a change of pace, but for a very intense period of time as opposed to just a game here and there. So I will jump in, get used to it, get playing it, get good, probably finish a season pass, and then I'll go, okay, I've done what I need to do now. I can put it back down again. Whereas PUBG is that kind of game where I just feel like I keep going. So Fortnite is definitely a change of pace, but it's almost like a long-term change of pace or a mid-term change of pace. Long-term is probably the wrong phrase. So it's a short to mid-term. So I'll play it for a few days, couple of weeks, and then I'll put it down and then come back when the content suits me again, which is good. And in that sort of way, it's a perfect experience for that. Love it. King Comic, good morning. After morning even. Hey, how you doing?
Mine's a complete opposite experience to you. Like I play it to complete the battle play it to compete the. See if I can. I play it to complete the battle pass, Graham. But then I go to play PUBG just for the social aspect of it because I don't play PUBG on my own. I play PUBG with you and then whoever else is playing at the same time. Like that for me is a social game. Like I'm never buying a battle pass in PUBG because I know I'll never finish it. I will play the first 5 or 6 levels and then it becomes irrelevant. Like it's just a waste of money. Whereas obviously in Fortnite I can complete the battle pass and get the next one for free. Jobs are good, and provided that I don't buy anything in between, which I never really do. I just complete the battle pass and I've got the next one for free, which is fantastic. But yeah, it's weird that you and Timeless are obviously the same expectations when it comes to playing those two games. Like PUBG is your main game, you change pace by going to play Fortnite, whereas I'm the opposite way around. I change pace to have the social side of it with you guys playing PUBG. Whereas I can play Fortnite all day on my own. I don't need people to play with.
Just jumping into the chat, obviously Bibby auto-corrected himself a few times in that. Then I thought it was going for a rap, which is why I started the beatboxing. But there you go, whatever. Tito says, "You never let me off when I mistype stuff," and then says, "Admittedly, it's when I'm attempting a burn, but still, for those that weren't around on Wednesday night, it was glorious." I can't remember what he said, but someone cocked up or something or whatever, and Tito tried to take the piss and cocked up. So I was like, oh, this is. I don't even need to say it. It takes care of itself.
It's an open goal, isn't it? It's an open net.
Oh, love it. You love to see it. You love to see it. King Comet says, "Not bad. Thanks. Hopes you as well. What happened to the eFootball Battle Pass? I can't see. That's the thing. I can't remember. I don't know whether that was there ever one like announced. Was that the thing? There was one announced or something.
There was one on the asset, but I think that got moved back.
Yeah, so
along with the mobile implementation as well. So I think it's still on the horizon. I don't think it had a time. I don't think it had a time in the original roadmap, did it? I mean, it probably did.
It was probably like down the line kind of thing. But with obviously 1.0 getting pushed back, that'll be coming. It'll just be later. You've got to feel. David says, if Apple tries closing down this loophole, it will just show. It will show how money grabbing they are and damage their image. So I think Epic has really looked out on this because I don't think Apple is that stupid. Well, not only that, Apple has already been told that they have to put Epic and Fortnite back on, or at least maybe not them. It was they have to make it so that they can't just charge 30% all the time or something. I've just dropped my wedding ring and it's just rolled away.
He's just dropped his what?
My wedding ring. I was fond of it. I take it off and fidget with it. I've either got a pen in my hand or a wedding ring or something like that. I'm a fiddler. Easy tiger. So yeah, I was fondling away, and then my ring dropped. So anyway, yes, nice. So no, it was. I think it was just maybe it could have just been the 30% thing. Apple were told that they can't take 30% revenue from someone. It was something along those lines. But then they did push back on that. The courts originally said that they had until December, I think, of not last year before, or maybe last year. No, maybe it was last year that they had to implement it by, but then they appealed, which then obviously got that delayed and pushed back further. So for them to take this down in the meantime, that's just going to be bad public image because they've already had some bad public image off the back of this. So if they go after that, then yeah, I can't see them doing that. Bibby, when are we getting a game of 2 week in?
Yeah, I'm actually streaming on Sunday, so first come, first serve if anyone actually wants to play.
Nice. Do you
9, 10 a.m.
Do you play Fortnite each year? Do you play Fortnite?
I think he was one of the people who actually started to play it. Because I know Chappers, obviously, he's completely changed his mind on it now. He fucking hated it, and now because there's no build on it, he likes playing it. Ads is another one. And I think Ads always liked it, but just never really played it, and now he's obviously got into it again. So there is people in our Discord that have come a full 180 on it, which is great because it just shows that if you actually give it a little bit of a go and times change, it evolves, you might actually like it.
Yeah, it is really good. It is really good. I'm not... A lot of people will never like it, and that's fine. The only thing I would say is I thought I wouldn't like it until I tried it. And I'm talking about Fortnite before anyone thinks it's anything else. Before this gets clipped out of context. God damn. So I thought I wouldn't like it until I tried it. And I know a lot of people that have seen it and just assume they won't like it. But it's just so well made. There's no hitching. There's very few crashes. So you don't. I mean, one thing Fortnite doesn't have is if it does crash, you can't get back into the game like you can in PUBG. It doesn't save your spot and you can go back in. But I don't remember the last time Fortnite crashed for that to be an issue for me. So
yeah, it says a lot when you have to put that as one of your one of the things to shout about. If your game crashes, we'll put you back in again, or your game just doesn't crash,
don't crash,
and you have a good experience.
So and then the movement and stuff is really good. The weapons are all kind of really balanced. I mean, there are some things that are not balanced, like there was tanks and stuff that are in at the moment, which are a bit OP. Horrible. So. Yeah, still not a perfect game, but it's actually really good. It's if you don't want to play super serious and you don't mind jumping on and having a laugh, then yeah, absolutely, it's a great game for beers with mates. Get a couple of mates, get a couple of beers, and just have fun. You will 100% enjoy it.
Or have fun with me on Sunday morning.
Yeah, exactly. Beers
and give it a try. Get it downloaded this weekend, and then Sunday morning, I'll hold your hands as we're running through the map.
Exactly. Interesting side note, Marvel Strike Force, a Marvel mobile game, has had to remove the ability to generate a web store code generator within the game, only on iOS, as Apple didn't want people bypassing their cut. Yep, fuckers. And that, which I understand Apple are the ones that are providing the system and so on, but it's such a monumental chunk. Which then takes us all the way back to but Apple made the system, which has made the game successful. So why can they not take everything? And it's like, yeah, but it's big now that you can be successful without Apple. So it's monopolistic, which is anti-competitive and so yeah, I think Apple should either look after the people. No, they should look after the people because they want to, not because they're forced to. And that's where they are now. Apple have got to the point where but it's our system, mate. And it's like, he takes his ring off on stream as not to disappoint the ladies watching this channel. We don't have ladies on this channel. not that we don't want them. It's just that, we're not really entertaining. We've just got you guys, and that's it. Unless there is any ladies watching, then hey, how you doing? Do feel free to get involved. How you doing? Hey, fondling your ring on stream is a good way to get banned. I mean, there's a channel called Secret Fondle. Who plays PUBG. so and the worst thing is he streams live on Twitch. So 1, he's not very secretive. 2, I've played with him and he's never had a fondle once. Easy Tiger. So yeah. So I mean, if that's not false advertising, it's not very secretive and there's no fondling at all. So Fondle, mate, sort it out, mate. Shout out to Fondle, by the way. Do check out Secret Fondle. He's a good guy. Be careful dropping your ring with a dog around, digging through poop for it in a few days. The worst thing is, like, whenever I get warm, I'll take, like, because fingers get fat, expand kind of thing. My ring probably needs increasing a size because I've obviously found lockdown pies. So I'll probably need to increase the size of my ring piece. So I take it off and fondle it. Nice. But I once dropped it and it went through someone's decking. Freshly laid decking. Went to their garden for a barbecue party kind of thing, and I dropped my ring and it fell through. Nice. Big oof. Big oof. They managed to fish it out, though. It was full on like tweezers, pincers, coat hanger, bit of chewing gum on a stick, trying all the fucking krypton factorized, and they got it out. Nice. So, yeah. Dog poop would probably be the next step. I've played it a few times. It's a laugh, to be honest. Says Nietzsche. As a game, it's fun. Just not a fan of the monetary system, but most free-to-play games are like it now, so it's not the only culprit. Exactly. But the thing is, though, is
I don't understand that. I can't agree with it.
No,
I can't agree with it.
I get what he's saying in terms of, like, it's free to play, so there is battle passes, and there is an all, like, with some games you will spend 70 quid and that's you win forever. Whereas Fortnite, you could in theory play it for the rest of your life and never stop spending. However, I think Fortnite nails it much better than something like PUBG does, because PUBG can have you spend 1,700 quid on one skin. Fortnite, if you spend 15 quid, you get a guaranteed return on investment and know exactly what it is. So I get the in-game purchases free-to-play sort of stuff, but I have no problem with that at all. I completely am open to Fortnite's system.
Because it's not pay to win. There's nothing that you can buy in that game that will actually physically help you within the game. I know there's an argument in there for if you buy a smaller character, the hitboxes are a little bit smaller. It kind of goes without saying, because it takes a lot more pixels to build a bigger character. Like if you're playing as Doctor Doom and then you end up playing as Scarlet Witch, obviously there is going to be a little bit of a hitbox situation there. But in terms of going out and if you was to put, I don't know, you could play that game for free. There is still free elements of the battle pass. Anything that's in that battle pass is just for vanity reasons and cosmetic. There is nothing in there that can give you any kind of advantage, and I think that's where it differs. Like if I wanted a skin, I can buy one. If I don't, I could still play him with Jonesy if I really wanted to now from chapter 1, season 1. If that's what I really wanted, but I didn't. I wanted to be a golfer. I wanted a golfing character. And I did see a cool one before, which I'm probably going to buy, if I'm being honest, Graham, because it looks like something out of Skyrim. So I'll probably end up going to... But to be fair, it's coins that I've actually earned during the game. So again, it's not stuff that I've had to put £7 in for.
I loaded it up
£7 in
the other day. I had 2,800 V-Bucks. I was like, where the feck has that come from?
Because you've gone through battle passes.
Yeah.
It's just one of them things that you just accrue.
I spent money on the battle pass, and I've already earned like 1/3 of my battle pass back on PUBG. If I go through my entire battle pass, I will probably get 1/3 of it in its entirety. What? So that, in that sense, you have to spend to get into the system with a battle pass, but then that's it. You never have to spend on the battle pass ever again, because Fortnite always makes sure you get enough for the battle pass and then a little bit more. Maybe not enough for the skin that you want, but after a few seasons, you'll have enough to buy a prime sort of skin, like a Kylo Ren-ish sort of thing. So
they're like 1,500, and I think for one battle pass, I think it's maybe 1,000 or 1,100 max with the new battle pass system. So it's just short. I mean, it's 800 V-Bucks, I think, for the battle pass anyway. So you get that more, like you said.
I think it
might be 950 actually. It might have gone up.
I've got tits. Does that make me a lid? Yeah, yes, fine. No, you are a tit, says Tito, and Shaw says you've done him with that, mate. To be fair, I only saw that afterwards. I was chuckling at Tito's comment where he says, I think I said before, I managed to drop my phone perfectly between the boards on a pier, straight into the ocean. Didn't touch the sides on its way through, gutted. And it was just it's the full stop, gutted. Just imagine him there like, fuck.
You'd just be stood there just staring at it, wouldn't you?
Just looking at the ocean underneath, like, well, there goes my phone.
You can't catch it.
The worst thing is, it's like if you had a waterproof phone as well. Like, it's probably just someone's just sat there, just on the other end of the line or whatever. All your apps are just like, yeah,
just twatting a fish on the way down.
How do you know Fondle isn't having a fondle whilst playing with you? That's a good point. Maybe that's why he's called Secret Fondle then, because you can't see what his hands are doing. Whereas Schumann is playing with the controller. Maybe what he's controlling is a different kind of stick, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, this is fair.
Viv says, Happy Christmas. Jingle bells, jingle. I'll read Viv.
Chrysler.
PUBG is a joke now with that. It's ridiculous. Does this hitbox make my ass look fat? I mean, if you look like Venom, then yes,
Venom.
basically. I learned the hard way. The worst thing you can say in answer to that question isn't yes. It's let me step back a bit, so I can fit it all in. Whoosh. So, are you still with that person, Tito? I'm going to guess no.
So many perverts in here.
God damn. Okay, so if you missed it, Fortnite is back on iOS thanks to the magic of Xbox. And speaking of Xbox, we're going to jump into our next story, which is written by Andy Robinson at VGC, and it says, no confirmed runtime for the Xbox and Bethesda Showcase, says Microsoft. But Xbox says its summer showcases typically contain 90 minutes of content. So it's like, we can't tell you how long our show is going to be, but it's usually 90 minutes. Okay, so it's about 90 minutes then, is what you're trying to say. Great. So Microsoft has said it's still finalising the runtime for its Xbox and Bethesda games showcase planned for June. The E3 style event was announced last week and is set to take place on Sunday, June the 12th at 6 p.m. BST. That's a good time for a showcase. 6 p.m. on a Sunday evening. Oof. So with news on, quote, titles coming from Xbox Game Studios, Bethesda, and our partners around the world, end quote. It's not been officially confirmed how long the event will last. However, as noted by Twitter sleuth IdleSloth84, when the calendar invite for the showcase is added from Xbox's official site, it brings up a meeting lasting 90 minutes. Xbox marketing boss Aaron Greenberg later replied to the observation and claimed that the final runtime for the showcase was yet to be finalised. We don't have a final show runtime yet, he wrote, but yes, typically we end up close to that 90 minutes mark. We'll keep folks posted as we get closer, end quote. According to Microsoft's announcement, the Xbox and Bethesda Showcase will include everything you need to know about the diverse lineup of games coming soon to the Xbox ecosystem, including upcoming releases to Game Pass on Xbox and PC. Microsoft held its previous E3 style showcase alongside newly acquired Bethesda in June 2021. We can stop there. This is probably going to be a short article to discuss, but it does tee up the next one. Someone added a calendar event. It was 90 minutes, and then this made a news article. It's not really worthy of a news article, but it's still exciting times nonetheless, because it does mean that we are getting close to that. I use the phrase E3 window when there's no E3 this year, so it's kind of where there was an E3 window, but we have a confirmed Xbox and Bethesda showcase on Sunday the 12th, 6 p.m, and it'll probably be done by 7:30. What are your thoughts, babe?
In before, that's not including the countdown, so it's 25 minutes each way for a countdown before and afterwards. So it's actually like 35 minutes long.
Yeah, we'll see. Imagine that. It'd be like 25 minutes of Xbox trebuchets, like we got at Gamescom. Here's a trebuchet. What was
Please
that?
no.
Age of Empires or something like that. It's like, yeah, we know what a catapult is. Fuck up. Give me something about games. Goddamn. Timeless says, I dropped my wedding ring on a bus and it rolled through the gap on the back door. I may have screamed like a little girl. The driver stopped and opened the back door. Luckily, it had been snowing, so the ring had landed in a patch of snow. Woo!
Well, that'd be more difficult to find.
Yeah, I mean, how far had the bus gone before you screamed? Like, all I'm imagining is Homer Simpson sort of like tongue out wobble scream, like ah! Like sort of thingy like that. Funny story, no. Although she was actually a certified trained clown, it was appropriate. What the fuck? Could she ride a unicycle? I actually dated a clown. She'd probably say the same. No, she. That's a good one. Touche. Self-deprecation. There we go. Nice. No, she was good at riding over stuff, though, to be fair. Yikes. Flat fences or jumps. Hey, good recovery, Nietzsche. Nice. Defo home, a little girl scream. Yeah, exactly. Nice. Okay, so that story, there is no confirmed runtime for the Xbox Bethesda Showcase, but we can confirm that it's taking place at 6 p.m. on the 12th of June. That will not be the first conference in the E3 window, though. There is no E3, so don't expect official E3 conferences, but you can expect this. We've spoken about it before. It's going to be written by Jeff Keeley, presented by Jeff Keeley. The broadcast will have been done by Jeff Keeley. The graphics have probably been put together by Jeff Keeley, and you can probably expect the guest hosting alongside the hosting to be done by Jeff Keeley too as well, because you know Jeff Keeley. Now we're joking. Shout out Jeff, who did this podcast as well.
Big on Jeff.
Nice. So yes, memes aside, Tom Ivan at VGC says Summer Game Fest Live Showcase dated for June. It promises, quote, huge new game announcements, world premieres, special guests, and much more. So Jeff Keeley has announced details of this year's Summer Game Fest. The Game Awards founder will host a, quote, live cross-industry showcase, end quote, on Thursday, June the 9th at 6 p.m. BST. So that's 3 days before the Xbox conference. It promises to showcase, quote, what's next in gaming with huge new game announcements, world premieres, special guests, Jeff Keeley, and much more. Oh, wait, that was me that had a Jeff Keeley in there. Sorry. It will also include Indie Games Showcase Day of the Devs, which will be presented by I Am 8-Bit and Double Fine. Keeley also announced a partnership with IMAX that will let people watch Summer Game Fest, and this December's The Game Awards in select IMAX cinemas. He tweeted, quote, with Summer Game Fest, we are building a next-generation global event, decentralized physical events for the community in IMAX, big showcases from us and partners, play-at-home content, and much more. This is the future, and it feels good. We are just getting started. The Summer Game Fest showcase will take place 3 days before the Xbox One. Yeah, I've just said that. Keep up, VGC. God, it's almost like you're a pre-written article. God damn. Okay, so he writes the theme tune, he sings the theme tune, he stars in the theme tune. Jeff Keeley. Banter aside from that, he's doing what the Entertainment Software Association of America should be doing and pushing the industry, the genre, the platform forward. Not only is it just to spend shitloads of money and put something on a show floor in LA, it's, okay, we will have you a broadcast. We'll have your broadcast in numerous locations. We'll have your broadcast in numerous locations simultaneously and then broadcast to numerous other locations. So even if you can't make it to one of the physical celebrations, you can go along to cinemas where we will have it in IMAX glory and experience that celebration with other potential like-minded people. I imagine that's not going to be tons. It's probably going to be major cities and things like that that will cover it. But if you can't make it to E3, because obviously it's not there, and you want something that has the same sort of vibe, if there is a big game community in your area, you can guarantee that going along to sit in a cinema whilst all these announcements and things come out would be pretty cool. The only downside of that is cinemas these days aren't cheap. So going to,
No.
you might as well just book a flight to E3. God damn.
There's obviously an easy joke in there about the price of pick and mix and stuff like that. But if this was being streamed into the cinema, and you can watch it at home, well, what's to say that me and you can't go down to Pixel Bar or NQ64 and watch the same thing and get cheaper beer? And if Ravi comes with his Amex and as well as his and his uni student card, we're balling. Do you know what I mean? We are balling. We're paying nothing for drinks.
I mean, I hope like NQ64, Pixel Bar, and gaming places like that are going to have this on. So for anyone that doesn't know Pixel Bar, there's one in Leeds, one in Manchester. There may be more around the country, but they have streamers up on their screens. So you can go in and there might be like a Dota finals or something like that. Someone playing League of Legends or whatever on one of the screens above. I'd hope that they would have this on. The downside is Sunday evening. Weekends. I mean, Sunday's not obviously the same as a Friday and a Saturday, but it's still a weekend night. From 6 till 7:30, they'd have to turn off the music and turn this up so people could hear those sort of stuff. So you'd hope that a gaming bar would be into that and not just be, okay, the bar first and the games are just a gimmick. You'd hope they'd be like, okay, we are video games. We'll turn the music down. We'll turn the whole presentation up and we'll celebrate it together. We'll have a few beers when something gets announced. We'll cheer it. When Pokemon inevitably comes up, we'll discount the Pokemon themed drinks and stuff like that. Jobs are good and nice. So yeah, excited for this. Looks like we're gonna have a busy week start of June, babe.
Start of June is only a 3-day week, I think, for us, isn't it?
Is it? God, I don't you know.
I'm sure that's the week.
Is that the week I'm off?
Yes, it is, and I'm going watching Liam Gallagher on the 1st.
Okay, well,
it's the Queen Jubilee, innit?
Yeah.
So we get the Thursday and the Friday.
Do you know, we might be watching this. We might not. I don't know.
I could be pissed in a ditch somewhere.
Okay, let me jump back through the comments. Halo's 20th anniversary stream was 35 to 40 minutes. The total stream was 2 hours. The countdown was longer than the presentation. Why you do this? It's just like I get you want to build the hype, but you can have a 12-hour sort of like premiere sort of notification on a YouTube or something, but you don't actually go live. If your presentation's 40 minutes, you go live 30 minutes beforehand, kind of thing. God, yeah, an hour countdown or anything like that? No. No, it's like when you'll get like do you want to watch this 15-second meme ad video thing? And it'll be on something like a fucking mirror.com or something like mirror.co.uk as in the paper. And then you go, yeah, I'll go on then. And then they have non-skippable ads that are 45 seconds. And it's like, I could have watched the whole video 3 times by the time this one advert. Theme tune done by Jeff Keeley. Exactly, Tino. At least you got the reference there. I could hear the tumbleweed rolling by with that the pause after that riding comment. It was like Yeah, Jeff Keeley can get in the bin. I won't be watching. See, I don't dislike Jeff Keeley. I actually really like what he's done for the industry. He has obviously motives to be successful. So his motive to share the games and stuff like that is also running alongside his motive to be successful. I always find it funny when you will get journalists calling out Epic for trying to reduce Apple's costs on Apple's commission on the App Store. Epic has to pay 30% to Apple. Yeah, you're only doing that because you want to save money for yourself. You're trying to say that it's better for the end user, but what really is happening is you're saving money for yourself. Well, that is true. That is true. But why do we only call Apple out for it? Why are we not calling someone like Jeff Keeley out for it? Not that he even needs to be called out for it, but you can't like go all pitchforks for one and then completely acceptance on the other. It's that sort of disparity that does it for me. Oh, we've got a raid coming in. This is a new one, Slab TV. Hey, how are you doing?
Hey,
Welcome
Slab.
in. Do you know Slab? Do you know Slab?
I don't
know Slab. Slab, welcome in. Anyone from Slab's Raid, do feel free to get involved. Do introduce yourselves in the chat. Have you been doing a podcast too, or are you like friends of friends? Have you been playing PUBG or maybe some Fortnite, insert coin stuff? I don't know. Do feel free to let us know though. I appreciate the raid. Thank you very much. Welcome in. We are Ice Cream Uploads, and we are recording a live podcast right now. So you're going to be on our YouTube channel and the VOD forever. So thank you very much for that. So yeah, anyway, we're just talking about Jeff Keeley and Summer Game Fest. Jeff Keeley is a wonderful person for the industry, but we can't forget that he's also trying to be successful himself, and that's not a bad thing. But I feel like when he's made a trailer, he always goes, "I've edited this personally," and it's like, okay, well, you didn't say the asset that's on this website right here. There you go, Summer Game Fest. That asset that's got all these cool things. You didn't thank the specific graphic designer for that or whatever. But the Summer Game Fest accounts are retweeting Jeff Keeley's tweets where he's shouting out himself personally. I feel like you don't need to do that. You should. Yeah.
It is kind of a monopoly. Like I say, he's dug his heels in and he's made a very successful career out of it in terms of he's been bringing other indie companies forward and giving them the shine and the shining light and stuff like that. But
it's the thing is, though,
he doesn't have to present everything, does he?
It's not even just presenting. He's the presenter, producer, director, and scriptwriter for a lot of it. And because he controls the Game Awards and he controls Summer Game Fest and whatever else, he has a large control over a lot of the narratives from within the industry. And these aren't my words, but I've seen people from marginalized backgrounds saying Jeff Keeley is a great person and what he does for the industry is great, but I would like to see more people that are not just him having a say, writing scripts, putting things in. And that's where my issue does come in, is for someone, he's getting a lot of power and a lot of say, and it isn't necessarily going out to other people. So that's where my issues do come from with not Jeff Keeley, but his content. His shows are all massive, big centerpiece events for the industry, but effectively all owned by one person and are the voice of one person. And he has used his voice to mobilize those communities against people in the past, like the Kojima and Konami situation. Whether you agree with that or not, by mobilizing them against Konami, all you're doing is attacking people that work on social media, and we know because we man those channels. So one person having all that power and all that say, speaking for all those people, but not getting the voices of all the other people is a bit dangerous, and that's the bit where I have my my grievances with stuff like that. That said, we'll be watching Summer Game Fest because it will undoubtedly raise the bar in content, and I hope he does a lot better at including other people rather than just going, look, we've got a German person in Germany speaking with a German twang. And it's like, oh, great, that's really inclusive, great. But we'll see. So yeah, Summer Game Fest's live showcase has been dated. That is Thursday, the 9th of June. It will then be followed by the Xbox and Bethesda Showcase on Sunday, the 12th of June. I'm going to quickly fry? Yeah, nice. I'm hungry. I'm going to fly through two stories for you right now as we wrap things up. The first one is that Genshin Impact has reportedly raked in over $3 billion since its release. It's now earning $1 billion every 6 months. Stop for just a second. Genshin Impact, $1 billion every 6 months, is earning $2 billion a year. Destiny was bought for 3.6. Destiny and Bungie, the whole studio, was bought for 3.6. So, but Genshin Impact could buy Destiny in 2 years. That is ridiculous. The amount of money that it's pulling in there. They can buy with $1 billion. In 6 months, they could have bought Square Enix's titles 3 times and had 100 million left. What the fuck? That is huge money.
Mad.
So for those that missed that, Square Enix has sold off titles like Tomb Raider, Deus Ex, and a few others. And it was 300 million that they got for that. So not the largest amount of money. This makes 1 billion every 6 months. That is madness. Baby, I'm absolutely 100% giving up on PUBG and just streaming Genshin Impact because this is clearly where all the money is. So let's go.
It's a good game, though, Graham. It is a good game. It's a difficult. As I say, it's a difficult game. It's a game that requires, from the very little experience that I've got, a lot of grinding. But if you're into them kind of games, then it's the perfect game, especially if it's free to play as well. That you bang in there.
I've currently gone back to API error on my Streamlabs. Nice. Go check out Slab TV at API error and show them some love. Great. And I also says Ice Up Heart, so I need to change that. Nice. Yeah, Genshin Impact. I haven't played it, so I will take your word on it being a good game. I don't know, but it sure does have a fact. And it says that they could buy Chelsea. Not the club, but actual Chelsea.
Wow.
So this article, we didn't actually jump into it, from Victoria Kennedy, just says that, I'll quickly fly through because we don't need to go into too much detail. You get the point from the title, but to give it some meat on the bones, it says, new data shows that the free-to-play Breath of the Wild like Genshin Impact has surpassed $3 billion in player spending worldwide for its mobile versions. Not a bad sum for a game that only released in September 2020. This basically means that Genshin Impact makes roughly $1 billion every 6 months. These impressive figures come from Sensor Tower, with the company saying, following its worldwide release, the title took 171 days to generate its first $1 billion on mobile, not including spending through third-party Android stores. So there could be more on there. God damn. It took an extra 195 days to accumulate a further 1 billion, resulting in the title picking up 2 billion in its first year alone. Genshin Impact crossed the 3 billion milestone 185 days later, meaning the game has average revenue of 1 billion every 6 months, making it one of the most successful mobile games of all time. In addition to this data, Sensor Tower also compiled a table showing how Genshin Impact's monetization compared to other gacha-based mobile games worldwide in Q1 2022. This shows that Genshin Impact has made over twice as much in Q1 as the next leading gacha game, Lineage W? I'm assuming that's what that is. Most of the revenue produced through Genshin Impact comes from China, with the country credited for generating 973.3 million, or 30.7% of global spending on iOS alone. Second is Japan with 23.7% of the game's lifetime revenue. Then third is the US with 19.7%. I mean, that does show you that 1 billion of revenue, almost 1/3 of all transactions comes from China alone. So the next time a video game chooses not to do the right thing and buckle to support conversations that are leading to the governments in China. That is why they claim they're doing the great things, but no, they are until 30.7% of their revenues are at risk. So 1 billion for the game in China alone on iOS. Sheesh. Big game. Sheesh. Exactly. So that's a game that's doing good. Genshin Impact is clearly having a wonderful time. $1 billion earned around 180 days. And it's happened 3 times in a row. Doesn't show any signs of slowing down. Tell you what does show signs of slowing down and not speeding up is, this. It's Call of Duty Vanguard. Tom Ivan at VGC has the story, and it says Activision says Call of Duty Vanguard underperformed partly due to the World War II setting. It also thinks the game didn't deliver as much innovation as past series entries. Stop for just a second. We were given access to Vanguard from the team at Activision. We got codes for it. We played it early on. We played it on an Insert Coin stream, actually. And honestly, we didn't pay for the game. So you can take this as a spawn or an ad content if you want, because we got it free but didn't pay for it. But I enjoyed the game. That said, I didn't go back and play it again. After that, I haven't, and I actually removed it from my console the other day to make space for Star Wars Battlefront 2, which is a lot older, so, but it's better than I expected it to be. That said, I'd agree with the headline. Without reading into the article, it suffered because of the World War II setting. I got it free and played it. I wouldn't have played it at all because of the World War II setting, so I can agree with that. Before I ask you your thoughts, babe, I'm going to just quickly jump and give a little bit of the article. Activision Blizzard has said that Call of Duty Vanguard's World War II setting was partly to blame for the game failing to meet its sales expectations. While the game has been one of the industry's best-selling titles since its November 2021 release, its performance has been relatively weak for a new entry in the annual blockbuster franchise, falling short of past releases, including its predecessor, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Writing in its new annual report, Activision said Vanguard's setting was poorly received by some players and that a lack of innovation had also impacted sales. Quotes, while Call of Duty remains one of the most successful entertainment franchises of all time, our 2021 premium release didn't meet our expectations. We believe primarily due to our own execution. The game's World War II setting didn't resonate with some of our community, and we didn't deliver as much innovation in the premium game as we would have liked. End quote. We'll stop there. So, World War II setting, not so good. Lack of innovation. The series didn't really move forward with a new release. Thoughts, babe?
Again, I enjoyed it, and I actually played it 2 or 3 days ago. I went back and played it. I have played it maybe once every 2 weeks since we obviously played it then. I'm not that good at it. I am, and then I'm not. I am, and then I'm not. It all depends on the game mode and the map, because I don't know the maps inside out. So it can be one of those things. But I do agree with what they're saying. I mean, I'd much rather play a World War game than something that's futuristic, like the wall jumping, the double running, the double jumping, and stuff like that. That does not interest me at all. I'd much rather have boots on the ground. So if that means that I'm having a Modern Warfare type game or I'm having a World War game, I'd much rather play those than anything else. So the subject matter for me, as long as it's not super futuristic, then it doesn't bother me. I think that the gunplay in this is probably the best it's ever been. But that's someone who doesn't necessarily just play first-person shooters all the time. People will probably hate this for the engine that it's using and the way that the gunplay is, and like prefer the older versions of it. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think this is probably one of the better games that they've done. I know again that a lot of people will disagree with that because they prefer the older versions of it, but I think any Call of Duty game that come down is just losing compared to compared to Warzone. Do you know what I mean? They can put all of the stuff from the games into Warzone, but Warzone, I think, was still eclipsing what people are playing Vanguard. If you look at the numbers, they're probably night and day. I'm not saying that's a definitive thing, but I think it is night and day from what I see on my timeline and what the general consensus is of what people are playing. A lot of people have moved away from Vanguard and still playing Warzone. So take a pinch of that, what you will. I think the best thing for them to do is create a Warzone 2 now. I can't believe the game's been out for 3 years, is it? Warzone, it's so long, but again, because of COVID times, everything just seemed to have accelerated and moved forward at a million miles an hour. So
we were in lockdown for a couple of decades at least, I think.
So I think the best thing that they would be able to do is just focus on making a Warzone 2, and then, well, they technically are, aren't they? Because they're taking a year off. It's not going to be an annual release nowadays, which I think, again, is the right move, because 15 years and like 17 different Call of Duty games, it's a lot, that in it. It's just so much content. So, yeah, I think they're doing the right thing.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's difficult to think of how they can push it forward, because I don't feel like this is a Call of Duty issue. I feel like this is a multiplayer issue, in terms of the world was set on fire with the addition of Call of Duty 4's multiplayer. I know that's a bit narrow minded, in terms of, obviously there was all sorts of other things there. There was Halo's multiplayer, stuff like that, but they all kind of came at the same time. For me, I played Call of Duty, so I'm sticking with that as my example. Call of Duty 4 suddenly went boop, and everyone was like, shit, we want to play this game online, rather than just running through the same missions through the trenches and stuff, and so on. And the world loved it, and it grew and grew and grew, and then multiplayer started to plateau. You got the same maps, capture the flags, domination, some form of scenario modes, or what's the one that you call where you have to like push forward, and you've got like 3 checkpoints and whatever. You get what I'm saying? There's different shooter modes. And
A rush on Battlefield, I think it was called, wasn't it?
Yeah. So you'd have the same modes, and it'll be in a Battlefield, it'll be in a Warzone, it'll be in a Battlefront. You've been there, you've done it, and it's just rinse and repeat over and over again. It's still fun, and it was still great, and that only started to change when people realised that actually we can have a different option. And a lot of people speak about Battle Royale as if it's tired and overdone. Multiplayer has done the same thing for 20 years, pretty much. So Battle Royale is not tired and overdone. And that shows, because look at Halo. Halo dropped out of the top 5 games on Xbox within months, because it doesn't have anything beyond multiplayer, really. I mean, obviously it's still got single player stuff, but beyond that, people want, okay, I want fresh, modern experiences. And that's where innovation comes along, because multiplayer did innovate by making Battle Royale. What they have done is lifted Battle Royale out of the game and put it as something separate, because they was like, oh shit, we need to make a fucking completely separate thing, like Fortnite did with Battle Royale versus Save the World, and then Fortnite were like, oh, actually, separating them's probably not the best thing. Let's start pushing them back together again, and then eventually you get them all through the same launcher kind of thing. I think I wouldn't be surprised if Call of Duty go that way, but still you will have the same sort of thing. A lot of people will be like, yeah, but Warzone is my Battle Royale experience. I could just go in and PUBG has what is effectively multiplayer, but it's team deathmatch. It's just basically warming up for Battle Royale. The same thing. It's gunplay over and over again. Attack on the sensors. There's no strategy really for most people, unless you're taking it to an esports sort of level. So multiplayer needs to evolve that, and I think that's the key thing for me. It underperformed because it was a World War II game, but it didn't deliver as much innovation. And the game is great. The game has a lot of stuff going for it in terms of the look and the feel and the quality of the game. But it's same, but not different, but still same. Yeah. So, yeah. They need to figure out ways to capture people's imagination if they just want them to drop into maps and do the same thing again. By changing that up and just going, oh, look, we will add you a different kill streak reward. Rather than getting a chopper this time, you will get a glider with guns, or a plane, or maybe an aerofoil, or so. It's the same shit. It's the same stuff. Think of something different, new. Kill streaks as a mechanic was great. That didn't exist before. Spawning with weapons and not having to pick them up from glowing things on the maps like old school things was great. That was something that was new. Having heroes and classes and things that you can build out and choose different powers and stuff is great. That was something new. But there hasn't really been anything beyond heroes and stuff in multiplayer. And that's why I think that's a big reason of why not just Vanguard, but Halo have failed to perform as well. So yeah, and Battlefield, obviously, 2042 was just a clusterfuck anyway, but they've all failed to perform. And I think part of the reason, like Battlefield cited Halo as being part of the reason why they failed. Halo has also technically failed it's not failed. That's harsh on saying that on Halo, and it's harsh to say that on Call of Duty Vanguard, but none of them are really where they wanted to be. And I think that's systemic rather than just on the titles themselves. The whole system needs some bit of oof, and treating Battle Royale as like a weird stepchild that's successful but not part of the family is not the right way to go about that. If multiplayer just got lifted out of Call of Duty after Call of Duty 4, then Call of Duty would have been a completely different franchise. You don't just carve off your successors and hold them separately. They're part of the system. But anyway, that's stats.
See, having search and destroy is the best part of Call of Duty for me. Injecting that, I think it was Black Ops 4 that I played the most. And that was, I don't know if it was I don't even know if it was New Graham at the time, but I was going through a mad phase of playing CSGO at the time. So having that kind of, I say kill confirmed, but once you die, you're out of the game, and then you get money at the beginning of it to be able to buy new weapons, and you might just have a round where you don't buy anything, and then you could go into like search and destroy. For me, was amazing. It might have been new at the time, but that's the reason I ended up playing Call of Duty that often. It didn't even have to be. It could have been any kind of period of time, and it still would have banged. I don't even know if it's in the new Call of Duty.
I think Search and Destroy was in from Modern Warfare, but I could be wrong. All I know is it was never the mode for me. I was talking about it. I don't know if it was. Maybe it was when I was on the other night. We were talking about esports level of why. Oh yeah, you asked the question, why is ranked dead? And I was like, because it's like it's fine-tuning winning. It's not necessarily playing the game. It's fine-tuning winning. And playing for the win isn't always the same as playing for the fun. The two things aren't mutually exclusive. You can play for the win and play for fun at the same time, but some people put more emphasis on the win because that's where they get their fun from, rather than having what I would class as natural fun in the spirit of the game. So I never really got into game modes like Search and Destroy because it was in the spirit of warfare in that sort of sense. I suppose it is in the spirit of the game, like the fact that you die and you're out and like hairline peaks start to become more important then, because if you're dead, you're dead. Like you would in real life, you wouldn't just go charging around the corner like, la la, let's go, motherfuckers! I've got 2 shotguns and I'm gonna fuck your face up, bam. You would be like, okay, I've got my AR and I'm gonna quick peek around the corner, just fucking. You take it proper seriously, and that was just like too much of a. Do you know what? This is stress for me, so I never got into that. I completely understand why people do though, because like the closest I've got to enjoying that was when we were playing Valorant. When we played Valorant in lockdown, me, you, Alpi, and I can't remember who else was jumped in with us then. Who?
Ferno, wasn't it? Ferno.
Oh yeah, Lewis, yeah. So when we played Valorant, that's the closest I've got to playing a Search and Destroy game, and it was when you get like that headshot, like kill to just wipe the team, or you manage to take out someone and pick up the spike or whatever your thingy is, the C4, the detonator, whatever. It is such a buzz. It's just for me generally the stress versus high trade-off just wasn't. It probably would have been worth it if I'd have got good at it. It probably is, because that's what I enjoy from PUBG, because it is quite stressful and difficult, but I've got good at it over time. So
yeah, I reckon if you got the people who you play PUBG with to play a Search and Destroy, I reckon the skill sets that you all possess, especially the Lotus. If Lotus is your point man, I think you're gonna win. You know, I think you'll probably win more than you lose.
Find them and destroy them. Sorry, we'll get Nietzsche on it as the point man. It'd be like there's a dude with the a carrying utensil, and I was like, what? Oh, he's dead. Never mind. Okay, okay. Yeah. I'm dead too. Great, nice. Shouting that because Nietzsche calls backpacks a carrying utensil. There's a carrying utensil on me, and I said it the other day. Big Ham. Hey. Do you know I was actually planning to raid you today, so you've spoiled that plan. God damn it.
Oof.
I was going to come your way because obviously you spoke to me about Milo on Twitter this morning, so I thought we'll raid you. But never mind. I appreciate the raid though. Thank you very much. Everyone dropping in for a hamstring. Hey, how many dubs did we get? Did the Thunder get brought? Because I mean, you know, one thing that Ham does is lays down big claims. He said he was bringing the Thunder. Did he bring the Thunder? Or was it more like
bits
in it? More like just like a damp squib, a little bit of a butt rumble. Come on, give us the details. How did we get on? We're all Madrid, aren't we? God damn it! God damn! Straight in for him. Woo! Timeless Yellow Money Show. Okay, everyone in the stream. There's a lot of people. Bits in it. Alrit. Oh, Drew with a bit. Lumps with 32 bits. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, my chatbot has shit the bed, so I appreciate the Triggermeister for doing the shout out. But Ham, you can check him out at API Error, and he was playing API Error. So yeah, I appreciate that, big Ham. I hope you had a good time in API Error. Hopefully I can fix that after the stream. Show us your puppies. He's gone. He's gone. We had him in at the start of the stream, but yeah, he was evicted. Now he needed to go pee pee poo poo. So he's not in the room anymore. But if you do go back to the start of the VOD, you will be able to see it there. It won't be on the YouTube video though. We have cut that off, kind of thing, and started again because we spent quite a bit of time talking puppy stuff. So yeah. If not, I'll get him on the stream tomorrow. Yeah. For now though, we are just wrapping up ourselves. We've got one new story to go through, which is about free games. So good times, nice. He always brings the thunder. Thunderous indeed. Yeah. Hala Madrid! Hala Madrid! Finished by winning a game with United on Football Manager. How did you do that? Honestly, he won a game with United. That is absolutely bringing the thunder.
Get him in.
God. Ten Hag out.
Hamishin.
Ten Hag out. Oh, someone at my door. Someone's at the door. I know, Alexa. Thank you. Just cheers. Ham was playing Football Manager, doing his best to ruin United. To be fair, that's the way the club's been run for the last 10 years or so. So he's living it properly. Love to see it. You still watching Outer Range? It's rather guff. It's guff. I'm up to like 2 new episodes have come out today. I haven't seen those. I'm up to last week's 2 episodes, and I'm enjoying it. So I hope it doesn't fall off a cliff today because we're going to be watching those tonight. So, ooh no. Beat Benfica 10-2 on aggregate in the first knockouts as well. Ooh. Yep, that's absolutely not realistic now. You started out realistic. 15 years. It's been 15 years since those Yanks stole our club. Yeah, I was more on about the, we managed to kind of stumble through. We were punching in the first 5 years of their ownership. The last 10 have been obviously significant because there was the gradual drop-off. Dearie me, I'm rough. Welcome in, Precision. Precision's a Rangers fan, by the way, so he's had a very good week this week. Hey, GG's.
GG's.
Fergie kept it going on a shoestring. Yeah, exactly. His last title-winning side shouldn't have even been anywhere near that, but it is what it is. Anyway, tell you what else is. Yeah, exactly. And then just forgot how to football the next year. It went from being Robin van Persie to Robin a living.
Nice work.
Nice. I was going to say Robin shit, but then I thought, oh, my brain's like, no, go for this one instead. This sounds better, so I went for that way. So yes, okay, we have one more news story. For those that don't know, this is The Scoop. We are recording a podcast. It does go live on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, Google Play, and obviously you can watch the VOD back on Twitch. But today's final news story, which we always wrap the week up with a segment that Bibby likes to call
Free Game Friday!
Yeah. So this is written by Morgan Park and co at PC Gamer, and it says, what's free on the Epic Games Store right now? So you get a little bit of bump about what the Epic Games Store is and how stuff goes, and then we jump down to what is free right now on the Epic Games Store. So if you have a PC and you fancy trying something new, then every week you can do that on the Epic Games Store. This is not an ad, this is not a spawn. We just like to tell people that when you get free stuff, because it's free and everyone likes free shit, right? Right. Okay, so right now, from May the 5th until May the 12th, Terraforming Mars is available. So Asmodee Digital's PC port of the tabletop strategy game where you'll play as a mega corporation staking a claim against other companies on Mars. Play your cards right against friends or an AI to build up the atmosphere and your company's cities until you've amassed the victory points to win. Nice. So you can pick up Terraforming Mars right now, and then from next Thursday, it's around 4 p.m. I think it is in the afternoon on a Thursday. It updates. You will then be able to play Jotun Valhalla Edition and Prey. Nice. And then if you want to see what all the other games have been before, then feel free to check it out in the article. We can drop the link. Just let us know, and we'll post it in the chat. If not, it's fine. It's fine, but we are done. I want to remind everyone, Yellow Manny, thank you very much for the follow, dude. Appreciate that. I want to remind people that, by the way, Yellow Manny, just do an exclamation mark UTD in the chat. We'll get you one of them. Nice. If you are in the stream, and I don't doubt that you've done it already because you've come from Big Ham Stream, and why would you not have thrown it down there? But maybe you've just got, oh, do you know what? I've got an Amazon Prime just sat here. I've not even used it. Well, if you've got a Prime sub, do feel free to use it on our channel. Not only because, obviously, it helps us out, but on Monday, we will be giving away a prize. We do a loot drop every month, should I say, where one person gets a prize. This month's prize is either this, well, not this, because that's mine, but one of these, the ICU esports jersey or an ICU baseball cap. We will be giving away some of our merch on Monday to one subscriber. All you need to do is be a sub on Monday. If you want to be involved, get involved. If you don't, that's fine. That's fine. We appreciate you just being in here anyway. Nice. Am I in the stream? No. Timeless. No. What do you mean? Hi, YouTube. Oh, chat's gone. Every time I move, it pops back up again. Did you know that if you use the Opera GX web browser, there's a whole starter page that shows you every game that is free right now? Yeah, but that doesn't make for good content then, because it's like, oh, look, there's a web page. So yeah, we just cover the large, please. Okay, there you go. I was going to say, I mean, I'll have a lager as well if you're offering lumps. Yeah, I'll have a. Oh, I could smash a lager right now. Icy frosty glass, like you get when you're on a holiday and you just like someone whips an ice out of a freezer, like say Turkey or something like that. Stickers. Oh, nice. Anyway, I'm off to get smashed. So yeah, happy Friday afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. You said if you're in the stream. I was checking if I was. Okay. I get you. You are in the stream. Nice. Okay, we are going to wrap things up now. I appreciate everyone that did come along with the raid from Big Ham. We are going to send you on to someone else, so stick around. Not only because we can help one of our friends by keeping the love going, by passing the raid on, but also because you get extra sprinkles. Every time you join a raid from one channel to the other, if that channel has channel points turned on, you get extra points. So you'll get 250 channel points just for going along with the raid. And if you get enough channel points, you can spend them to do cool stuff in the stream, like change the lights. Yay. But if you stick around for long enough, you could buy yourself a sub or something like that. So do feel free to stick around for the raid, because we can help someone and we can help you. Lovely. Have a nice weekend, folks. Thank you very much, Yellow Man. I appreciate you dropping the follow as well. Thank you very much for that.
You too.
Before we disappear for the weekend, though.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add, Mr. Bibb?
Yeah. Thank you very much to each and every one of you that have
Mr.
joined
Big.
us for the
Such tiny
episodes of
temper.
The Scoop this week.
Yeah.
My voice has just gone as well again. But I've fallen apart. But thank you very much to each and every one of you that have joined us for the episodes of The Scoop this week. We very much appreciate it. But if you want to help shape next week's shows, there's two ways that you can do so. First of all, find us on social media. It is at High Scream Uploads across all major social media platforms, or alternatively, get involved with our Discord. Or if you're watching this on any of our on-demand services, go into the description below. All the links that you require will be listed there, but all we need from you is the URL plus your thoughts and impressions. We will then give you our thoughts and impressions on the very next show, which will be at what time on Monday, Mr. Graham Day?
10 a.m.
Ish. You've still got a whole weekend of content this weekend as well, by the way.
Yeah, 10 a.m.
Are we near the beach?
Yeah, we aim to go live at 10 a.m. and as you can tell, it's 2:15, so we didn't quite go live at 10 a.m. today. That does change. We work in video games, and more often than not, it's a busy week for us. The work comes first. The streams are around the work, so the stream times are a little bit flexible, which is why we appreciate so many people turning up, getting involved in the chat, dropping raids, dropping follows, dropping bits, because you know it's hard to follow someone that's inconsistent, but we're consistently inconsistent, so that's good.
That's something at least.
Yeah. Okay, stick around for the raid. We're going to throw the end slate up, and we will see you next time. Until then, Steve.
Stay frosty.